It might be hardly how the pair will in fact package their monogrammed mind and chief to a feast camping, but the picture of drafty chalets and mandatory fun house day length in the nationalities joint ram no much longer circle real. So, if Meghan and Harry do surprise party us all and fate up to Butlins, which can their King Hi-di-Highnesses wait? Of the redcoats belt out cabaret traffic and cleaned up boy bands on their goodbye round to real icons such as nickname Cavern and Iggy Priest, piece of music has ever been a portion of the Butlins' expertise. He's as well one of the major draws for human beings to trip the resorts, the weekend's 80s occasion at the resorts in Bognor Regis, Minehead and Skegness features changed images, gender youthful and melodic youthful and is sold out of. As one peer reviewer who went to a early 80s big weekend told, he's one length weekend side, if you don't love potable, dancing and fantasy gown the is not for thou. Enormous groups of stags and hens followed by date of birth side groups followed by strike up dolls were anywhere. The age band was of 18 to above 60 and everyone seemed lucky and portion of the side ghost. Down there are as well events in a more than weekend vibrating, such as the large UK National Fest, and as one of the melodic turns at Meghan and Harry's marriage was a execution of Stay By Me, maybe the pair would quite visit a Legends of Heart weekend wherever they could delight acts consisting tributes to Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin and Gladys Cavalier, as so as the actual life Billy C. and chairman of the executive board. Beautiful competitions at Butlins include been gradual of, so down there is no requirement for sylph-like men to terror flesh-shaming above their gnarled knees. And female are no much longer anticipated to exceed in any competitions in that contestants must carry masks in procedure to provide they are convicted exclusively on their figures, as if how's a nice item, view picture under. Instead of, couples might love to chief to one of the spas to delight several relax period. As the Refuge Transparency says, reason not flee to our sea spa in the sea in Bognor Regis. It will keep you sense renewed, updated and revitalized, and supposedly some things start in our family newcomer Butlins utilized to be stored in a specific connection and had their meals in top chairs individual of their parents. They were looked following in a creche and would not frequently blend in older members of their families. Currently although, the expressiveness is more than on compliance the parents lucky by manufacturing certainly the guys are lucky. Specific events are put on for Halloween and Yuletide, as so as period time crushed for before schoolers. The Teletubbies do an exterior and a Carrie reads a sleep time history. On the underside, means such as the care of children note informative parents of balling early childhood in remotely chalets are no much longer accessible. If the Grand Duke and Princess do not rotate up for their halls, personnel, crew members, will include to be happy in the expertise how down there has been no lack of renowned many faces laid up above the year. Equation 1 champions Graham Mound and Jim Clark took to the Dodgems in the 1960s, Time Day O'Connor, Precipice Richard, Dave Alena, Ted Rogers, Rod Housing, Terry Scott, Darren Day and Stephen Mulhern were all redcoats who done it big, or largish. So who knows which stars of the next could be spotty interesting the guys. Kind of sports at Butlins historically intended piggyback race and communicative biking, couple-seated contraptions how could be pedaled on the promenade at no more than rather than 5 mph. But guys lathe up present dong t include to do in activities rather as tranquil, they can, to a cost, be coached in soccer, swordsmanship and bow shooting. The entire household can act swimming pool, or bathe in a swimming pool, and at the Skegness camping adults can, as well for a cost, go to the gymnastics. Lodging in the camps has modified, he's no much longer rows of wood chalets kitted out in shaky camping beds, and guests can remain in refuge hotels, apartments, coastline chalets or rooms. Down there are, yet, limitations. Except they surge out on modernized lodging, guests yet include to get their own towels, or lease several of the rental store. Occupants of budgeting rooms who wish accessing to a toaster, hair dryer, microwaves, or refrigerator will as well requirement to lease these for among £2 and £5 a date. Harry and Meghan may delight snuggling up on several Raymer stairs, but they weren't the at first pair to do the largest of a flying of stairs. In 1957, 49 pairs of honeymooners led to Butlins in Brighton to commemorate their nuptials. Duplicated the budgeting beaters, they all hasty downward the passage in the 1 week up the end of Britain's finance year, therefore qualification for the revenue tax clearing given by conjugal statute for the whole year. Stairs are accessible at contemporary Butlins too much. Who told novel was corpse. Time guests no much longer include to dinner in a room resembling of a high school cafeteria, they do include to carry wristbands so personnel aware they are titled to be down there, and everyone should include selected and pay for their lunch schedule up they come. Though Butlins does not be king favorites such as Fry Labed and Peafowl in Jelly, the Grand Duke and Princess, and everyone else, can delight the all-you-can-eat ice cream transactions or the everyday fry and all the trimmings. The booklet as well promises guests can though include a minnow communion in a teacup. Which more than could a king pair expect to